Hey guys, so what you're about to see is a part of Newswave that was kind of cut out. So what happens is with Newswave, there are a lot of times where I do a lot of topics that don't make it into the show. I'm trying to keep Newswave under a certain amount of time. I don't really like to run too long. I'm trying to get to a 15-minute threshold for it every time, so it doesn't go above that. Sometimes it might go above that depending on what the topics are, but for the most part, I want to keep Newswave manageable to about 15 minutes for you guys when you're watching, so it doesn't go on forever. In this case, though, some topics get cut out, like I said. What you're about to see is something that got cut out of the most recent Newswave. I don't want to leave it on the cutting room floor. I figure some people might like to watch it based on the topic, and what I'm going to start doing is if Newswave comes out and there's stuff that I think I could still put up for you guys to watch that may interest some people, I will put it out as Newswave Extra. It'll just be the snippet that was cut out, like it would show up on Newswave. It'll probably be like 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes long, and that way if it's something you guys want to see, you can. That way I don't leave it just on the cutting room floor. Now, a lot of YouTubers have told me already that reached out and said, and that I talked to, so there's a lot of people I talk to on YouTube, try to make the show better as I go along. A lot of people are telling me you should cut up all the segments and put them out as separate videos because it would help the channel grow faster and everything. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that there's a show at a certain time and it has all these topics in there, so in case maybe you come for one topic, maybe you learn something new, or you get interested in another topic, or you go, oh, that's cool, I didn't know that. So that's kind of my goal, is to have one consistent show that's at 10 a.m. every morning, as long as everything goes well, obviously, in my regular life. 10 a.m. every morning if I can. Weekdays, of course, weekends, it's off. It'll be like a regular show, you know, like that you'd see on TV where it's every weekday. That's the plan. So I'd rather not split it up into like 5 different shows throughout the day, because I could split Newswave up into 5 shows, 3, 4 minutes long, and do it that way. Don't want to. I want to make sure you guys have a consistent show you can watch or listen to if you're going to the car. And that was my plan all along, but again, stuff gets cut out. What you're about to see is something that did get cut out, and I hope you enjoy it, and I guess let me know what you guys think down in the comments about doing something like this where it's Newswave Extra. So if you were not aware, the Xbox One had a serious issue with emulators on their marketplace. How Microsoft let this happen, I have no idea, and they cannot seem to shake this because there appears to be a PS1, that's right, an original PlayStation emulator on that marketplace right now. And you might be asking, how did they get an emulator back on that shop after Microsoft did this huge cleaning of emulators? Well, they got a little clever and they hid it in another application. That's right. So what you do is you go into this application and you do it like a string of commands and it launches the emulator. What did they hide it in? A PDF reader. And to find it, you just look for Win PDF Reader, and it's just an emulator. You go in there, you launch it, you hit a few buttons, and boom, PS1 emulator. And apparently it works well. It actually plays the games anywhere from 70 to 100% speed. The sound's a little garbled at times, but apparently the guy who put it on there is working on getting the sound worked out, so it sounds good. And of course, put ISOs on there through USB stick, and boom, you're off playing PS1 games on your Xbox One. Now, Microsoft has, at this point, responded like very recent, like half an hour ago here, and it looks like it is coming down in the next couple of hours. So you may still be able to get it later on today, depending on how fast it is for them to take it down. But because this is a loophole that they have found, other people have, expect emulators to be disguised now as programs and kind of to be passed around, I assume, in whisper online as to how you can launch it from a PDF reader or a Word, like a WordPad application or something. I'm sure a lot of these things will be hidden in programs going forward for the Xbox One. It does not surprise me at all if this happens, because it's Microsoft putting Windows 10 on their console that's going to let people execute this code and play Game Boy, Super Nintendo. I mean, this was crazy bad going on for about a month ago, where every emulator you could think of was on the Xbox One. But Microsoft is going to do what they can to cut that down, because when you let that happen on your commercial product, it looks really, really bad, because at that point you are allowing people to take games from the internet of their competitors that is going to let it, for example, on the Virtual Console, or in this case with the PS1 emulator from Sony's PlayStation Network store. So you got to be careful with this if you're a company like Microsoft, because who knows what could happen. Sony gets mad, Nintendo gets mad, lawsuits happen. It's hard to say, but I know at this point Microsoft is definitely policing this entire store now for emulators. So don't expect one that pops up to be up there long, but apparently if you can get a hold of it, you could still run it on your Xbox. So I guess keep an eye out for emulators if you want them.